Hey friends, welcome in. How's everybody doing today? My name's Shannon and we're here with a timeless reading for the Aquarius Collective. We're going to start off by pulling an oracle card and then we'll dive in with the tarot to get some more details. Just sitting with your energy, Aquarius, it feels like we're very much coming to the end of something here. But we're at the point of that ending where we're trying to integrate what we've learned and move forward without whatever it is we've gone through holding us back anymore, but still allowing it to become part of ourselves. So there's this idea of integration, this idea of transmutation, of working with the energies we're being handed. Storm spirit with chaos, and it may feel a little chaotic. It's like on the bottom of the deck we have transformation with butterfly spirit. So like I said, guys, there's this very large feeling of, and I hope I'm verbalizing this well, but coming to the end of something that has been a part of us for a very long time, coming to the end of some type of large cycle in our lives. But instead of just saying, okay, I went through that, I'm going to move on now, we're actually taking what we learned from that cycle and transmuting it into an energy that we can use to help us move forward. Okay, with that out of the way, let's jump in with the tarot. Yeah, okay, the first card we have out, guys, is the World. So like I said, definitely coming to the end of this major cycle. And I know we've kind of been oscillating back and forth between these beginnings and endings of these cycles, and they seem to be coming very rapidly. With the World card being the first card out, this is the ending / beginning of something major here. I'm seeing the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So it feels like the reason this cycle may be such a large thing for you is because you've actually made the decision on your own to step out of this cycle, to decide to move on. Nothing forced you out. In our last reading, it was kind of like, I believe it was your reading, it was either you or Pisces, where we had the option between choosing to walk away from something or allowing the tower to fall. And it feels like for the majority of you, you made the decision to walk away. You've made the decision to put an end to this on your own terms. And that says a lot about your healing, your growth, how far you have come. It's like, even though we feel comfortable in the chaos because we've been through it for so long, we're choosing the uncomfortable path of moving forward into the unknown because we know it's going to be better than staying in this place of upheaval. Let's keep going. Let's see what else we got going on here. Can we get one, please? So the next card that came out was the Eight of Wands. What are we moving? The Star. Wow. Eight of Wands, the Star, Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Like I said, Aquarius, you've made the decision to move on from whatever the world here is indicating for you. And likely it's different for everybody, but the overarching premise of this cycle ending, now a new one beginning, is this idea of choice, is this idea of now we're not only making decisions that are in our best interest and stepping outside of our comfort zone, but we're also taking all of that chaos, all of that uncomfortability, and we're transmuting it into something that we can now move forward with. And with the Eight of Wands and the Star card coming out after this, this is exactly what we're seeing. We're seeing this quickly moving energy. We're seeing this healing that's taking place. This drive, momentum to want to move forward. We're no longer being complacent and staying in situations or staying around people where we're not feeling like things are being reciprocated, where we're not feeling like our worth is being recognized. We're moving away from anything that is making us feel less than, and we're moving towards this period of understanding and knowing that we have it within us to make ourselves feel enough without anyone else around us, no matter the circumstance. And we see success in this. Let's see. What else do we have going on here, Aquarius? Judgment is the next card out. Aquarius, this is some major energy that we're dealing with here. The World, the Star, Judgment. This is an awakening on a massive level. This is an awakening to things that, for some of you, you likely have been dealing with your entire lives. And now we're reflecting on those situations, and instead of finding ourselves feeling down about it or feeling lost because of it, we're finding the impetus for healing within the pain that we've gone through. And this is helping us to move forward towards this next step, towards this transformation. It's funny, I picked this card up. Right underneath of it, we have Patience, and on the bottom of the deck right now, we have Temperance. So I think it's fair to say, Aquarius, that Spirit is asking you to be patient with yourself, to give yourself grace, to allow yourself to move through this energy at your own speed. But with the Eight of Wands coming out, it feels to me like you're moving forward regardless of if you like it or not. It's kind of like rolling a boulder down a hill. You've made that final push, and now there's no pulling that boulder back. It is going to continue rolling down this hill. You can't stop it. And that's kind of where you're at. You've closed out this cycle in dealing with this chaos and this tumultuous energy that we've been dealing with. And instead of stepping back into that cycle, you're now integrating all of those energies, all of those feelings, all of those moments in time that may be weighing heavily on you. You're integrating those into yourself. So where are we heading? We have the Fool coming out. Spirit's like, I just told you, we're starting a new cycle. Interesting. This deck has two Fool cards. So it has the Fool and it has the Fool 2.0, which is like a recycling of the same energy. So it's kind of like stepping back through a situation, but with more knowledge, with more understanding than we would have the first time. So notice in the first Fool, it's this dog leaping off the cliff. In the second card, which I think is very apt for this reading, we see that the dog is actually humanized in this image, right? There's been an integration that has happened. So you're not making this leap of faith with no prior knowledge, no previous experience in this situation. This is something you've been through before. I'm hearing old hat. This is something that you are familiar with. It's like the final closing out of a long-standing situation. I have the Nine of Cups here on the bottom of the deck. It's like you've made many false starts, but now we're finally making this leap with where we want to land in mind. We know where we're heading, and we're putting the work in. We're no longer sitting in this energy of chaos because it's where we're familiar. It's what we feel comfortable with. We're consciously choosing to make this transformation and move forward. Guys, this is big energy here in a good way. It feels like there's this massive level of renewal that's coming through for you. And like I said, things are going to be moving quickly for you. I feel like the majority of the healing work, the transmutation, all the tears have been cried. You know, we're at the end now with whatever this is for you. And likely this isn't about some small, minute situation. This is about the whole outline of our lives, right? This is a major situation that we're moving through. This is like finally understanding who we are, accepting it, and choosing to move forward without apology. Let's pull a couple more cards. Okay, we've got the Two of Swords coming out, the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Moon. Okay, so Aquarius, what this feels like to me is through this whole situation, you've been walking this path on your own. And now that we're making this move out of the chaos, we're making this move out of working with these energies consistently, like on a daily basis. It feels like this is something that you have been, that hasn't been able to be put down. Let's put it that way. This feels like something we've been dealing with because not really even out of choice, but because it's kind of been being pushed on us. We need to make this change. We need to transform in this way. Now that you've done that, you're kind of coming out of this hermiting period, this period of deep introspection where we're trying to really understand ourselves at a base level, and trying to grow from that place. Now we're getting into this space where we're going to begin working with others again. And this could feel uncomfortable at first. The Five of Wands, to me, with the Five of Wands right here in this particular spread, although the Five of Wands indicates conflict, I feel like this may right now be indicating some conflict within yourself, okay? As far as it comes to dealing with this situation, working with others, making decisions. So it's kind of like coming out of this really heavy transformative energy that we were having internally, and now we're focusing our attention back outward. And it can make things feel kind of small, if that makes sense. It's like, why does this matter? You know, I just dealt with the most difficult thing I've ever been through in my life. I've had to change in ways that I never thought I would have to change. I've had to accept things I never thought I would have to accept. And now, you know, I'm having to deal with people and count the cash drawer at the end of the night. It feels small. So it's important to understand that even the minute things in our lives hold importance, and it's going to be important for us to dig deep and find out what that importance is, and to not kind of blow things off, not to allow what we've been through, this giant transformation that we've been through, to let us think that we are in some way above others, or that others are below us in some way. And I'm staring directly at the Judgment card as I say that. That's important, guys. Because, you know, once we do awaken, it is kind of easy sometimes to fall into the trap of looking at other people and going, who hurt you? Like, what is going on? It's going to be important for you to understand that other people are walking their own paths, and other people may have not gotten quite as far as you have. Because this feels like a brand new you, Aquarius. It's like your life up until this point was leading to this transformation, and now we're finally moving through it. So all the day-to-day minutia just feels kind of pointless, kind of frivolous. But you're being asked to find the importance in it. You're being asked to still show up, still make good decisions, and to not allow this internal struggle to continue. Show me this Five of Wands. Yeah, 10 of Wands, clarifying the 5 of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So it's like maintaining this level of clarity while we move through these mundane day-to-day things. Because it really does feel like we're stepping out of this massive healing period back into real life. And it can feel like it's lacking. It can feel like, you know, okay, on to the next thing. But Spirit's letting you know there's importance even in those tiny details. Let's pull one more card. I feel like, or two more. We have the Empress and the King of Wands. So the Empress, obviously nurturing, beautiful energy of, you know, birthing something new into this world. King of Wands is somebody who is driven, who knows what they want, who's going to take action on those things. This is a beautiful combination of energy. And it feels to me like this is what Spirit is asking you to step into, to not be afraid to lead with your drive, to lead with your passion, to know what direction you want to go in, while simultaneously allowing yourself to nurture and love on and allow to grow this new version of yourself, because really that's what this is, Aquarius. This is you becoming the best version of yourself that you could possibly become through the pain, through the hurt, through the chaos that you've been through. So if this is your reading and you're moving through this right now, Aquarius, know that things are looking up, and the only pitfall that I see right now is getting too caught up in the minutia of day-to-day life. Don't get too caught up in the little details. Always be looking for that bigger lesson and understand, this is important. I don't know if it's important for one of you or for all of you, but it's important to recognize and to remember that not everyone has healed to the level that you have healed to. And that is not expressly their fault. So be kind, treat others the way you would want to be treated, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. And keep nurturing this new you, this transformed version of you. Keep following what it is that's calling to you. And don't be afraid to put your best foot forward. Don't be afraid to show up passionately for the things that you want to go after, because it does feel like you are being supported in this. And like I said, things are going to be moving very quickly from here on out, now that we've kind of crossed over this bridge. Wow, Aquarius. All right, friends, that's where we're going to leave it at today. I hope this finds whoever needs to hear it. This is a very, 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 I don't want to call it a heavy reading, but a good reading, a very important reading. Let's put it that way. I love you guys so much. I hope you're all having a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you again soon.